it's Shara, and I'm here to do a reading on Kanye West. I'm not claiming to be an expert when it comes to Kanye. I only know the basics on him, and I didn't want to dive deep into his life because I wanted to see what the cards actually told me before I actually, I'm going to look after I do this reading and see what I actually got right about it. But I do know the basics. Like, he is married to Kim Kardashian. He has some kids with her. He has some past relationships that have been in the media. He had a mother who passed away due to a liposuction surgery. He's very talented. He has a fashion line. He has some kind of religious organization, I believe, and he's like selling things through there. I don't know much about it. I know that he's had some outbursts and things like that. So, and he's very, his life seems very interesting right now. So I wanted to dive in there and see what the cards could tell us. So, okay, let's go. Let's see. Page of Swords. And I'm using the Modern Witch Tarot deck, and I absolutely love it. I couldn't wait to do a reading with this deck. The Nine of Swords as the obstacles here. The Four of Swords. The Lovers. The Three of Wands. The Five of Cups. The Strength. The Page of Wands. The King of Swords. The Hierophant. All right, let's see what we got here with the love messages too. See if we can get some insight into what's going on with him and Kimmy's relationship. Control issues. Self-respect first. All right, guys, so I'm seeing a lot of dark energy here, but I'm also seeing some good energy for the future, that is. But I feel like Kanye is going through a lot right now, according to these cards. But I think it's going to get better. He's definitely facing some obstacles. So we got the Page of Swords as his signifier. I'm thinking he's a bit guarded right now. He's just waiting for whoever's going to come at him next. He's standing there with the sword. He's ready for the fight. And he's expecting a fight. He's full of, energy and rage. He's almost relentless. And I think that's good at times because it gives him a lot of drive to do what he does in his life, which makes him very talented. He never runs out of crazy things to say. And that's what makes him interesting. And it's part of his personality, but it's one of the things that makes him talented. He can be exhausting to his family, friends, and loved ones. Sometimes I guess being around Kanye for these people can be exhausting, and they feel like they need a break from the energies that he has. Sometimes it could take effect over them. He might be exploring some new ideas, maybe with this church organization that he has going. And if you guys know, please comment down below on what it actually is that this organization, is it a church or is it just some kind of following? I'm not really sure exactly what it is, but I'd appreciate it if you commented below on what it is that you know it is. But yeah, he has a lot of expression, new ideas, and I think that he's embracing a challenge. He's just trusting in himself. He's starting to get his come back to himself and be creative. But he's been going through a lot, and he still is going through a lot. I mean, he got the 9 of Swords as his obstacle. So, like, he's up at night. I don't think he's sleeping well. I think, like, the swords are signifying all the different things that are on his mind at the moment. Like, he has fear inside. Like, fear he's gonna fall. His mind is consumed with anxiety and despair and feelings of doom. He's been through a lot, I guess, with his mother's death and maybe, like, some relationships and fights with the media. He gets into a lot of fights on Twitter with exes and stuff. I think he needs to talk to somebody he trusts, and I don't think there are very many people he trusts. And I think that might be why he did that TMZ video before. I think maybe he wanted to put it out there live, unedited, and he thought if he just showed up like he did, that's what they do, and like the truth from him himself will get out there. He just felt so suffocated from everything. Like, he wanted to be true and honest and show who he really was. He might have some regrets, though, you know, over some things he's done in the past, but don't we all? But I think they really keep him up at night, and they cause him a lot of despair, and they constantly run through his head like he can't let him go right now. And I think the more, like, anxiety he has in his life, the more these regrets come and memories, and they keep him up at night, and they're very unhealthy. And he goes through a lot of despair, and nobody knows what another person is actually going through. If they're a celebrity or not, they still have feelings, and they get hurt, and they go through hard times and mental health issues. So sometimes that needs to be looked at. Like, maybe some repressed issues are coming to surface. He may be feeling a bit rejected and unloved. I guess maybe he's going through some kind of rift with his family and his relationship. He might have some control issues, and that affects his relationship. And maybe Kim wants some self-respect. She's just sick of all of this behavior that comes out of him. And he might have some regrets. And yeah, I think that's keeping him up at night. And the Lovers is crowning him, so that's what's known to him objectively. So, like, I think his relationship and his family keep him strong. Like, when he's around them, he feels energized. Like, he climbs mountains. Like, they just bring him so much joy, and he feels complete. So I think it's his family and his relationship. This is what he needs to feel energized and truly help him feel like himself and bring out that creativity. Beneath them, more swords and a bed again. So, like, all these emotional cards, like, you know, like the what's beneath them. He went through a lot of struggles. He was exhausted and a lot of battles with people, but it made him strong. You know, all these ups and downs have just made him a stronger person. And he's starting to become more educated when it comes to that because of all these trials and tribulations that he's gone through. But I think it's beneath him. Like, he's just worn out. There's nowhere else left for him to go. He needs to recharge. He needs a break from everything. And then he'll come back twice as big, I think. But I think he got himself burned out a bit. He's putting a lot of himself. He got a fashion line. He has his music. He has this church organization. He just has a lot going on. He has a big family. I think he's on the Kardashian show sometimes. Like, he just has a lot going on, and anyone would feel burnt out. And I think he's afraid to stop at times, but he needs to stop and re-energize. And in the past, like, his past influences, we got the 5 of Cups. So, like, he wasn't seeing the cups that were full in front of him. Everything was the 3 cups that were spilled, like the spilt milk. He needs to, he's getting past that, but he used to, like, I think linger. Maybe on his mom's passing, he was stuck in mourning, which is totally normal. But I think it held him back, and he couldn't see what he had, all his success, and the family he created that was so beautiful. I think he was in despair, maybe from his mother's death. And it's a really dark card, and I think it really held him back, but he's coming out of that now. Like, he's getting hope again. Yeah. Like, he's going to stop looking at what's falling, and instead he's going to look at what he has and all he's succeeded in. And that's why we have the Three of Wands, because he's into the future. He's going to stand up. He's ready for this next adventure. He's going to have lots of support, and he's going to recognize how much it all means to him. And this is what he likes to do. He likes to feel accomplished, and he likes to entertain people and be successful. And where we got the Hierophant as his future card, maybe he's going to rise up and be a leader in this organization he has. And he's starting to see this, and this is giving him a bright future. He's looking ahead to something that he can succeed in. But he's always been talented, and he's always been successful, but I think he might have lost his path a little bit, but he's going to come back. Definitely going to come back there. That's a really good card. So he's going to like take in his accomplishments that are to come, and it's just going to strengthen him. We got the Strength card. So he needs to accept his fears. This is his current state of mind. So I think he needs to accept his fears and his unwanted feelings and just let them be. They're probably never going to go away, but he needs to learn that he has to deal with them and accept them. They are what he is, and he's going to get stronger and just live with those feelings and fears and hopes. And he might be dealing with a difficult problem right now, and that's pretty obvious, obviously, with the Swords energy here. I think he's having some problems in his relationship, over control, respect, that kind of thing. Maybe Kim gets upset when he goes on some Twitter fights and whatever he does on Twitter. I know that there's been a lot of media about it. And maybe, like, she's just had it and she's exhausted and she needs him to just calm down and bring him back to the person she knew before he's been going through all this anguish. And I know that she knows that he has a lot of hurt in the past, dealing with his mother's death. And she knows that's going to be there. I mean, obviously, she accepts that he's going to mourn. I think she lost a father as well. So maybe they help each other when it comes to that. And she helped him mourn and made him a stronger person. With the Page of Wands, the circumstances and people surrounding him, like, I think he's just bursting with new ideas. And everyone around him, like, are listening and giving him hope about what he wants to do. But he just doesn't have the maturity right now to focus. He just has too much dark energy. So he's kind of, like, getting lost in his thinking, and like he's thinking at night, but it's not about the better things that can make his life better or improve his mental health. He's focusing on all the regrets in the past. But I think that's gonna stop, and like the Page of Swords or the Page of Wands, like he's gonna maintain his focus again. He's gonna get it back. Like, he may be off track right now, but he's definitely gonna come back, and that's not gonna be forever. And the King of Swords shows that he's intelligent, which we all know, and he seeks to be righteous and fair. And I think that's why he gets in so many fights with people, and like he just comes out of nowhere with these like, oh my god things. I think that's because he likes, like, he wants people to listen. He needs to, like, get the truth out there, and he feels righteous, and that's just part of his personality. And he's very, like, he feels accomplished, and he's proud of all that he's done, and so he should. I mean, he's created an empire. He's very successful in his career. He may lack compassion sometimes when he's dealing with personal issues, and maybe that affects his relationship. Like, you know, he may just get caught up in his emotions and his mind, and he doesn't recognize, like, Kim's feelings or his children's or his family members. That may get lost a bit because of everything, like, that he's caught up in. And I mean, for the future, we got the Hierophant. And, like, it's awful coincidence that came up because he got this organization going on. So maybe he's going to take more of a leadership role, and people are literally going to kneel at his feet, which some fans, I'm sure, do that now. But, like, he's going to be more of a leadership role. People are going to look up to him for support and guidance. It's going to be a big deal in some people's lives. And it's definitely going to be a successful leadership role. And this is going to energize him and make him stronger. Hopefully for the better, but I'm not 100% sure. I guess we'll have to see. But it looks like he's going to be taking that in quite a bit. And I think that's where he's going to lean towards more so than the fashion line and the music. I mean, obviously I could be wrong, but it seems like he's going more in that direction in the future. And he's more open-minded now. Like, he will be more open-minded to new ideas. Like, you know, he might be guarded now, but I think that's going to fade. And I mean, he'll always be successful no matter what. No matter what he's going through, he'll come out on top. But he's got a lot of dark energy right now, and it's probably a very hard time in his life, but he'll bounce back, and we'll see some more success from Kanye West. And that's what I see, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. If you have any suggestions, comments, or questions, please put them down below, and I would love if you subscribe to my channel and help me build my channel, and I'd like to entertain you guys. And if you have any suggestions on any readings or any celebrities or any questions you would like, please put them down below, and I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you enjoyed this. Good night.